Hey YouTube, this is going to be me covering G2 Valyn, a tier 1 professional player, showing you how he impacts his ranked games. Pro VOD reviews are something that I do with my Discord subs 3 times per week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, to show extra love to those who support the free coaching endeavors. So if this is something that interests you, join my Discord with the top link in the description. Any tier of sub should work once you're inside of my Discord, and you're able to ask questions while I go over these pro games. Anyways, enough selling out, and I hope you enjoy the video. Round 1, he's starting Ghost, Flash, 1 smoke. I don't recommend this normally. He's obviously doing this because of the situation. He understands he has Cypher plus Viper on the other sides of the map, so he knows he can lean more into the firepower as his smoke won't be needed, other than maybe to support a backside smoke for Cypher. So that's why he's investing, right? Because this is like what I try to tell you guys all the time. Always make sure to invest inside of like your own rounds. Like whatever your play is, whatever your idea is, and whatever the situation is, invest into it rather than just always going light armor, double smoke, you know, classic, flash, whatever. Okay.
Dart, jet here.
Is he gonna go with the deep one way? Yeah. This is the A short one way. Very gimmicky in the sense that it's pretty hard to play around, traditionally speaking. But if you are able to stack towards the A side of the map and you're looking to play for like an A site hold, especially with the jet up here, you kind of just win the round because they can't go A short, like they can't come out, and they all have to go A long. So very strong here. Nothing they can really do. They can't get through. They have to stall. As you see, the A long players probably got a call from their team that were smoked off A short and they can't go up. So
One person.
that's why they're stalling the A long area.
They cut noise.
I'll go backside so I can flash. Smoke
Oh,
here.
this is interesting. He knows that short won't be a threat for a while, so he's holding for the flash. Backside because he knows that's going to be the immediate area of contention, because short at least has to be delayed by 3 seconds. So you have to think, like, even if they decide to run through this one way and all 3 of our guns are forced towards long, they have to traverse not only through the one way, but up short as well. So it's very nice here. This reposition was subtle and something I would never expect out of you guys. Very good. He automatically tries to position over here.
Right now was close long.
This is good.
Warp down, warp down. Reset.
He has a cam short, by the way.
He just tucks here. This is what I kind of talk about. I remember I did this inside of a VOD where one of the players, I can't remember who it was, but I was coaching somebody and they were in this position and they were begging for help in this position. You notice how Valyn just stays quiet because he knows the Sova's here? Like the Sova knows his job, right? He doesn't have to force the help, but he knows it's here, and if he gets killed, he'll most likely get traded, so he's not too worried about it. Now the Sova walks away, but, you know, shatter dabs. Good player.
Droning, warp up.
Listen to his comms, bro. Look at how fast he is. Droning, orb up.
One long.
Like instantly. Okay. Can't find the dart.
Nice. They know 3A. I think you drone short. I'm gonna go into B.
Take flight. Shadows traveling.
Cycling wall.
Go up back.
Nothing short.
Okay. There's smoke mid, obviously, because we don't have any contact mid.
Just sitting A. They're going back A. I heard one lobby running towards A.
Calm
Jet was running up.
This is the most comms I've ever heard in a ranked game.
They cut noise though. I don't know.
I'm gonna recycle smokes long.
Cover going out.
I think they're walking up long, yeah.
Okay. So smoke long. Holds flash out. He's gonna silent jump spot. Always make sure when you're doing this to silent jump spot so that way the enemy team doesn't know exactly where you are, especially when you have the smoke up. You don't want to give away your position, obviously. He's jiggling out, which is interesting.
Smoke. This is bad.
Oh, he even corrects himself to the fact that he wants to do a deeper smoke so he can see it. And he actually has more time on his flash, because if you throw the shower smoke like he did, which I didn't even like think about in the moment, if there's a shower smoke in this specific moment, and because he's holding out his flash, if he throws it as they come out of the smoke, there's a chance that the jet could run out to the right. So he corrects himself literally in the moment, which is probably why he ends up going wider here to try to hit this corner, but it's just more risky. So it's interesting, but I don't think you need to.
And dart. I'm
That's
gonna give you a long
the deeper
smoke.
smoke really is only needed if you look to play off your flash, sir, and you're the one that's taking the contact yourself.
Cover going
There's a log smoke instead of backside smoke. I think it's to allow his teammates to flood out because the Sova's rotating and him to flood out too if he wants to,
30 seconds left.
rather than throwing the backside smoke because he doesn't need to control backside like that.
Yeah, I very rarely ever see long
It's out
smokes.
backside.
Yeah, but I think it's because one, they're on bad weapons, and two, he has his Sova rotating. So like you kind of have to think, like, once again, everything is about the situation. The log smoke isn't typically as strong as this smoke if you have somebody that's playing backside or this area, because then it allows this player to transition between these two angles, and your support can come from here. But because he has Jonah, who's playing into this garage area, throwing the log smoke allows Jonah to have an escape, as well as him, or Sova that is currently rotating, to be able to support Jonah's fight onto this side if Jonah decides to leave the smoke, right? So it's a very smart, like, understanding, very quick, and it's probably just honestly natural to him based off the positions of his teammates. Hey YouTube, Future OD26 here, and we actually realized that he didn't pref the log smoke, most likely because it's better than the backside C smoke, but if you pay attention here to when we start the VOD, you're going to go ahead and see this Viper wall that's cutting back sight and actually covering the specific position that typically you would throw the Omen smoke. So this is my assumption as to why he actually prefs the log smoke inside of this VOD, rather than it being something like him taking into account all of his teammates' positioning. I didn't really see it in the moment, but we did have a small discussion in the Discord. I just wanted to clear that up for you guys.
Nice.
He probably didn't even really think too much about it.
Shit. Flood. Get on site. Get on site.
He's calming his team to get on site. And Flood basically represents 4v2, and he knows that like his team's win con is numbers, and they're just gonna close out this round. Yeah.
What a hold. I'm just gonna spam long, make it take it to you,
They
and then
tire. We don't.
Okay, so
Revealing area.
he's spamming long, making him try to think it's the Jet, who the Jet is then going to take the line. Wow, this is actually wait a minute. So his Jet has an op, right? And because he wants his Jet to get a shot off for free, he shoots a Vandal at the long side, making them think it's Jet with the Vandal, and the Sova dart comes in, so you'd assume Jet plus Sova, right? But he's shooting it so that way this Jet gets to play on the op line here. All right. He immediately smokes the front B because there's no contact C of Jonah. I'm pretty sure he's spotting the deep C line here. This is a flash you can add into your playbook here from Graffiti to front B. Typically not going to be thrown too often, but it hits mid, a little bit of mid. Like it hits this front B and left side mid, or this left side B. It's a support you can throw while the enemy team's scaling in.
nice.
You usually have to preempt that sort of flash, right?
Yeah, it's a preemptive flash. Like you assume the enemy team's already scaling in off of some base of information. Now we can't see the minimap, but I'm assuming some sort of utility exchange happened, like a Reyna blind somewhere, right? Like a Reyna blind was on the site or a Sova dart was on the map. Oh yeah, there's a Sova dart, right? So this is what, you know, his variation of utility exchange. The Sova dart told him that the enemy team was hitting, so he immediately went in to throw the blind to exchange the utility, so that way he could support his Cypher player or Jet player, whoever's on site.
Stress. Off the C line, Jonah. Play like A link or C link. That's Viper. You can float.
Alright, I don't recommend you typically floating your teammates around the map or directing them, because most of your ranked teammates will not fully listen to you, especially in this sort of like sense where you're like directing the whole team. But Valyn obviously has respect from a lot of players, so people will listen to him.
Cover going out.
I call that tier 1 privilege.
Out long heavy.
Wow, he immediately walks up on this timing. Oh my. I think going for the first kill there is actually greedy. Because he knows the other person's already in main looking towards the short side, so I feel like he's just going to be at a disadvantageous fight for collecting this one here. And he heard him inside of there. I don't know. I also, by the way, don't recommend throwing the smoke if you do not have like Viper Cypher and you're in a ranked environment, because your smokes are going to become more valuable to stop chokes and stuff. This is only possible because of how he's doing it. Also, I want you to pay attention so we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 teammates all towards the mid/C side of the map, and that's what they're fighting for. And we have our Omen who's actively looking to smoke here. This is what is called conditioning, or the idea of creating pressure. So he's still creating this pressure with the idea that one of my teammates can be here, one of my teammates can be here, actively fighting these lines. And then he's breaking the dart short. And as he breaks the dart short, that creates the illusion that somebody also could be down here. So he's still actively looking to create pressure, even though he's a solo player, which I see a lot of people in ranked will just start back here, or they'll start back here, or God forbid, like, you know, starting back here or here, right? And they're not actively getting that information where Valyn is. He's giving that information and still creating the pressure.
Question here.
Yeah.
I noticed that he looks at his map like so much,
Mhm.
right? And I feel like whenever I look at my map, I always get owned from some guy like on like an insane timing. And is it just basically like a kind of him realizing that it's okay to look at his map, or is it just like kind of like a luck thing?
Well, it's not luck. It's based on our own principles, right? So a lot of times when he's looking at his map, he understands that there could be no threat to him, right? And to be able to understand this, you have to play the game more and like understand principles. So for example, if he's looking up his map up here while his teammate has the A line or something along those lines, he knows that he's completely safe in this spot because his teammate is holding this A line. While he's rotating through spawn, he has nothing to do but look at the map. While he's up here and he fell back here, he knows while he runs to this direction, nobody can beat him onto this timing up short and kill him. So he has nothing to do but look at the map. The idea is you are supposed to look at your minimap whenever there's nothing else going on and you aren't, like, you actively don't have to do anything because it gives you information, allows you to make a decision, right? A lot of times you won't see him looking at his minimap while he's in an active threat position. So let's go back to when he was in the Matrix here and he was dodging bullets like 2 rounds ago, I think. So pay attention to his eyes when he's inside of the smoke, right? Like, even look at him now. He's not looking at the minimap. You can tell he's easily glancing at his screen. He's going to walk in because, look, you know what mode this is called? I call this fight mode, right? He knows for a fact that he could get into an engagement at any second. And he's always going to be actively looking at his crosshair here. Crosshair, dodges the drone, looks at his minimap for a split second because he knows he's dodging the drone, goes back and looks at his game, dodges the Matrix, look at his
He
eyes.
sees the bullets coming at him.
Yeah, totally, that's what's happening. He sees the bullets and that's why he dodges. But you should see that, like, he only looks at his minimap, and then the second he dies, immediately looks at his minimap to give information to his team, right? Because he no longer has to be actively doing anything, and as a result, he is able to look at it. But the entirety before this round, look, minimap, breaks camera, look at his eyes. He's looking forward. Why? Because there could be a fight that comes, right? So looks at it, runs away. While he's running away, looks at his minimap. Why? Because there's no threat to him right now. There is literally nothing that can kill him because he actively knows he gets up here faster than the enemy team will get down short to try to kill him.
Cypher's working long, he's out.
Now here, he's looking at the minimap to decide what's happening. Eyes, back on the screen. He knows he's about to actively get into a fight.
Warp.
That's how it is, right? So whenever you're thinking you're died because you're looking at your minimap, odds are you looked at your minimap in the time when you were exposed to a fight. So like, let's say you're a solo player, because it's a lot harder obviously when you're anchoring. So let's say you're anchoring and you're jump spotting or something, or you're looking for a kill. If you are anchoring in what I like to call an active position, so let me say bind. If you're anchoring on an active position, a lot of times you just want to stare. Like, let's say you're here looking at this, you just want to be staring at your crosshair because you are in an active position. You could get in a fight at any given moment because somebody could walk up short at any given time. So you typically just look at your crosshair all the time. If you want to look at your minimap, just duck back in, look at your minimap, then jump back up because now we're no longer in an active position and we can, go back and forth. Yeah. Traditionally speaking, when you're lower elo learning, obviously there will be times when you are, as you get higher and higher up the ladder, where you can actively not look at your minimap while still be exposed to an angle. And, there's still sometimes you're going to do it anyway. I mean, every pro accidentally looks at their minimap and dies. You see it all the time if you watch their streams or videos, right? So it's going to happen, everyone. There's also something that you kind of want to think about. There's typically a reason why you decide to look at the minimap at a specific time, like psychologically. Usually it's a piece of utility that goes on the map, and that also tells the lurker that it's their time to go up. And it's all like subconscious. So traditionally speaking, when you want to look at the minimap, wait like 3 seconds and then look at the minimap. It seems weird, but like, because of utility flying around on the other side of the map, that also tells your worker to go up the map, of course, right? So like Sova Dart may come out here, and then you're like, oh, I should look at the mini map, but that's the exact timing that this guy's probably going to want to walk up because he understands that pressure is being created on this side of the map, right?
Here, let's not end it. I'm gonna smoke long. Just put pressure on it.
So because of their specific team comp, he's looking to brick smoke, create pressure long, and slow default the map. I'll say this time and time again, but this is because of their team comp that they're allowed to do this, typically. In ranked, a lot of times you will not have this coordination, and I don't recommend this play, but it is a good play overall. Does he not throw he throws the shallower smoke, not the deeper one? I thought, traditionally speaking, that it was better to throw this smoke like this.
Yeah, for the timing.
Yeah, for the timing outside of the smoke. I thought this is traditionally better. But maybe not. Maybe there's just a reason he just does this instead, or I don't know.
They also have the Viper wall, so I don't think.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about the timing. Okay, that makes sense actually. Viper wall. Good comms, good comms. He knows he can be up, yeah, so he's looking for it. Cypher gets owned by Welly. All good. This ranked player's complaining in the microphone. All good.
Omens that he's breaking it for someone.
There has to be 3 then.
I only have a stinger, but I can work short.
He's just looking to see if anyone will give him a fight.
Starting long.
Just got info. I'm gonna walk up after it.
I'm locked up short.
I can flash backside.
Looking at A exec here.
Do you have
The Jet doesn't offer the fight.
Alright, go.
Throws blind for short and back sight. This is probably the most common long blind like that exists in the game. Like if you are long on Omen, you probably should throw this blind here.
Isn't the blind short kind of bad?
Why?
Because like the enemy that's playing in short can still kill the players as they come up. If
This is true, but it's also going to hit backside. So where would you think you would otherwise throw it if you are not going to throw this in this situation?
If I was doing it, then I wouldn't even like. If I would go long, then yeah, I throw up the flashes wing. But usually I would go short and get into the cover
Yeah.
on the left side.
Traditionally speaking, this is a better blind. I agree, but like we are playing to the situation again. Remember,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you're just going to be put in these situations, and you should know what you want to do inside of this situation. This doesn't mean this is the best blind for a site. It just simply means that in this situation, this is the best blind for the situation because it hits short, allows this person to take an advantageous fight onto the short angle, right? Because obviously he's still deafened, right? And like, you know, short-sighted could somehow like make him scared, give him a free kill. So he's supporting this teammate. He's also blinding back sight, which allows us to scale, and it kind of creates that opportunity. And we end up getting 2 kills off of that. So we ball. He ends up going long because he knows ones can flank, so he's looking to pick up long and still be able to support the heaven fight.
Like,
Oh,
short, 100%. Cypher.
so now he's probably going to have to look towards heaven. Oh, Shatter Dabs is not fighting flank. I think he's trying to give the illusion that they don't know he's short. I think that's what's happening. I think that's why he's fighting like this, because he knows he has this timing window that where he can buy that extra time to wait for that short
I really
player.
like the smoky throws here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, the smoke for the back sight to allow him to play his life, yeah.
Dart 4.
I like it too. It buys the Sova time to basically play the round however he wants, and then he has to worry about where the Omen is because the Omen hasn't shown himself yet. Although, yeah, this is very good smoke. It's very unique, and it's only because, like, all of the things he's doing a lot of times are because of how the events are unfolding. He knows for a fact that this fight's going to happen, and he wants his Sova to be able to live after the fight happens, because the Viper's going to be in an isolated island no matter what. Like, the Sova won't be able to support. So by putting himself into this position with this smoke, and this is obviously a smoke that you can throw more consistently, but it's just like you kind of have to recognize when the conditions are met. And it's pretty good for your site player to play around, so I like it. I think it's very creative too.
Play life, play life.
Dart 4.
Smoking your window and backside.
All right, they're just looking for a quick old C split here.
Start A.
Cover going out.
Flat, Cypher's in
Flat.
Revealing area.
Short dead. Flat. TP left. Right.
Commits it because he knows nobody's looking at him. It's be the kill. This is probably the most common Omen ult, I think, in the game. Like, I mean, getting this information is just so valuable while you're ulting here. And, like, the people have to look at you back sight because they have no other option. They can either shoot it right away or you get the info. And it's just super nice to see if anyone's actually platform.
Just go smoke.
He's spamming the smoke, whatever, all good.
Let's confirm the round. No smokes. I'm getting out.
Okay, says no smokes, I'm getting out. He said, let's confirm the round. Jonah,
Let's confirm the round.
Jonah heard, let's confirm the round. He said, fuck it. IGL says so. Let's get in this bitch. So this is a really smart decision by Valyn. He wants to confirm the round by going long because it's 4v2 in long situation. And, you know, in a 4v2, your job is to fight together, right? I mean, we all know this. And because if we all go long, we can one-way the bomb, and then we just simply win the round like that. There's no way the enemy team can win. But if we play on site in the 4v2, maybe the enemy walks up garage, finds a fight in the player's default, then we're back here, this person finds a fight here, and then all of a sudden it's a 2v2, right? But remember, you can only do this when the enemy team has no smokes, and Clove did not die in the vicinity. Right? That's the only way you can kind of do this. All right, we're all swinging mid. Get. All swing mid. I like that play. And he's just saying, "F it, we go B." Because they've never hit B. They haven't really been playing fast. He tries to pre-fire the trip.
Flashing A link.
Okay. They kill the player's back sight, and he kind of waits. So remember, when you are flooding sight, you can kind of pay attention to your... He's looking gun mode. He looks at his mini-map the second people die to see where somebody is. Make sure nobody's still on site. And then he commits his blind to his thing. And also remember, when you're playing Omen and you do throw your blind, you can just stare at the minimap because you have no ability to shoot somebody, right? So looking at your minimap isn't like disadvantageous. So here he looks at his minimap. He realizes he can get the bomb down now. He's safe. Plays on site because Owen's still alive. TP Sagog.
Like I'm walling up A link.
Did he short TP to make sure that he wasn't exposed to A-Link? I think he did. So that's just like, wow.
It was just a fuck up.
No, I think he did this intentionally.
You did?
Yeah, because he smoked here, TP'd, and made sure. Because if he TP's back, there's a possibility his like shadow can be exposed to A-Link. But he shortens the TP length, so that way when he's here, he's not exposed to A-Link. Wow. All right. Because there's no smoke there.
Up A link.
All right. We go here. He wants to TP out.
Oh,
All right, we're trolling. All good.
Cover going out.
Flashing top.
Don't forget, when you're the spear, you can't pull out your utility. Obviously, Valyn just assumes he can because nobody should swing that, by the way.
120, they're 3 points out.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, yeah. He looks nice. He looks nice. He looks nice. Dodges a blind. Kills one. Kills a second.
Enemy remaining.
Ah, he just looks nice.
I feel like that blind should have got him, no?
Nah, he stepped back far enough. Barely.
Hey, they're 3 points
Well, it was close.
That
It
was
close.
close.